After 18 years behind bars at Her Majesty's Prison, Edmund Gilbert will be released in a matter of hours. On Saturday, the once permanent Baptist Archbishop is set to be reintegrated into society from approximately 9 a.m., having served his time for the death of 15-year-old Robian Jeremiah, a resident of Woodland, St. George. During his prison term, 2 appeals were made on his behalf. His first sentence in 2001, death by hanging, was brought before the Privy Council for appeal, where he was granted a reduced sentence of 18 years. A second appeal was made and was denied. Anselm Clouden, one of the attorneys for Gilbert, spoke to the media on his client's release, indicating that justice has been served.
Well, I think that Edmund Gilbert, Mr. Gilbert, would be justly pleased that his freedom would be returned to him, his liberty. Tomorrow at about 9 o'clock, he would be a free man. He has done his time. Justice has been served. You know, whatever happens, we must be a forgiven nation. So what has happened, evidently, the loss of the young lady cannot be returned, but sufficient time has passed to heal wounds.
According to Clouden, his client has served his time less the time for remission for good behavior, which amounted to 1/3 of his sentence.
Time he was sentenced to death by hanging. We applied to the Court of Appeal, and the Court of Appeal did not set aside that sentence. We then applied to the Privy Council, Mr. Lloyd Noel, late Mr. Lloyd Noel, and myself. We traveled to London and was successful in getting the Privy Council to set aside the sentence of death by hanging. And the Privy Council remitted the case to the High Court, the Court of Appeal and the High Court in Grenada for sentencing. The then presiding judge, Mr. Justice Kenneth Benjamin, sentenced Mr. Gilbert then to 18 years imprisonment. We took a further appeal, I did by this time, to the Court of Appeal, requesting that the time spent on remand awaiting trial and awaiting these appeals ought to be given to him as time served, thus reducing his sentence. The Court of Appeal dismissed our application, didn't agree with us.
Gilbert's victim, 15-year-old Robian Jeremiah, was discovered strangled to death on February 1st, 2001 in the bushes above the Coast Guard base at True Blue in St. George's. Gilbert is said to be experiencing poor health at this time. Chrislina John, GBN News.